Good morning. Oof. What data center am I in? I'm still in Primal. Okay. We're in Primal Hyperion, by the way. If people want in on this. But we're here so that, like, our queue times to the Crystal Tower raids go faster. Speaking of which, well, you know what? Let me go through the full intro first. Good morning, everybody. I am Old Man Sugarheart. We are playing Final Fantasy 14. And see that Crystal Tower over there? We're a third of the way through. Anybody who wants to can hop in and join me for the remaining 2 raids. But we should be able to get through that today, and if we're lucky, we might even make it to Heavensward today. I am nervous because there are ways to lose this, and I didn't have a big enough chance to study. I think I'll be good up till Cerberus, but after that, it's anybody's game. Let's get started. The Fellowship of Noah being accounted for, it is time for this assembly was called to order. Rambros will be presiding over the meeting. If you would be so kind as to inform him of your readiness to proceed. My readiness to proceed. Hi, Asuna. How are you doing? Welcome back, Old. Just been reading about your encounter in the Labyrinth of Ancients. It pleases me greatly to note that you seem none the worse for the experience. For your reference, I have added my own notes to Graha's preliminary expedition report and begun compiling a Crystal Tower survey log. The information contained therein should be available to you at all times. Should you have any questions, you need only ask. Now, if there are no objections, I shall begin with a summary of the expedition's key accomplishments. Okay. Money. In the course of this, our first foray into the grounds of the Crystal Tower, we succeeded in neutralizing the structure's outer defenses before proceeding to secure the maze surrounding the base of the spire. According to Old's account, the labyrinth's defenses were most emphatically active. Disturbingly, his report also mentions a violent encounter with a sentry heavily augmented by Allegan technology. In short, our misgivings were well founded. The Crystal Tower was not simply thrust above the ground by the chaotic shifting of the earth. It has somehow been reawoken. If, as seems increasingly likely, the tower's secret should prove too dangerous to share with the world, we will have no choice but to contain them. Short of leveling the place, this will almost certainly involve returning the returning its mechanisms to a state of dormancy. To do that, however, we will first need to address the question of how they work. The answer to which must surely be waiting for us inside the tower itself. In conclusion, that is where we must go. Nice input there, kitty. Are you reading Graha's lines? That makes sense. A task rather easier said than done, if the perils of the labyrinth are any indication. Then I move that all further exploration of the tower be delayed until such a time as an exhaustive analysis of the structure's defenses has been completed. Master Garland, may I entrust this task to you? It would be my pleasure. Don't forget about us. It's like you said, Chief. We founded the Ironworks to make sure that technology was used for the right reasons, and that means making sure it's not used for the wrong ones. We wouldn't be doing our jobs if we didn't see this through to the end. Lads, well, I hope you're ready for some back-breaking chores. Well, everything seems to be in hand here, so I shall take my leave of you for the present. If I am to witness this valiant tale unfold with mine own eyes, I must needs hone my martial skills ere we ascend the spire. You'll do nothing of the sort, Graha. Your knowledge may prove useful to Master Garland's investigation. Humph. As an observer, I am not, strictly speaking, subject to your authority. Pray do not mistake my intent, old. I am well aware that I shall never be a match for one of your innate talents, however hard I train. Be that as it may, pray do not allow your skills to rust from disuse during the coming pause. We will need you fighting fit for any... if our subsequent forays are to prove as productive as this one. Mark me, we have not yet caught more than a briefest glimpse of that which time has obscured. Soon, however, we shall cast off the veil and gaze upon the glory of the Allegan Empire. And with that encouraging thought in mind, it is time to bring this assembly to a close. Let's focus on the tasks at hand, that our next expedition shall begin all the sooner. Meeting adjourned. Yeah. You're good spending the big winter storm visiting your parents in Texas? Haven't seen them in 4 years. That is a long time. They're cat-sitting your brother's cats, so you have an affectionate little kid crawling on you. That's awesome. Such a terrible mess, yet it does leave the door wide open, so to speak. One cannot help but be impressed. I'm beginning to understand the reliance on you place on adventurers, old friends. So this is the legacy of the Allegan Empire left behind. If my readings are correct, the energy source waiting atop the tower is a match even for the Ultima weapon. Nay, more than a scratch. A new toy for me to play with. I believed the fates have conspired to deny me my just rewards once again, but it would seem they had a greater destiny in mind for me. And as long as my ambition burns, I shall strive to seize it. The dream lives on, Cid. Do not disappoint me. Yeah. Kitten, cozy home, Sugarheart streaming. It's the dream. I'm glad to hear it. I always have trouble spending too much time with my parents. I've discovered that I can tolerate them like a week a year. By then they just become infuriatingly parent-like. Just very strong opinions on how I'm living my life wrong, even though I'm very, very old. And have a number of very different problems from the ones they faced when they were little itty-bitty humans. You'll actually meet my mom in this game, if you get far enough. Matoya looks exactly like my mother. That's it. Circus Tower. Alright. To the circus. No way. Yeah, like 100% exactly like my mom. I will introduce you. My dad was in Luma Island. Ah, 'tis you, my friend. You're doubtless eager to hear our progress at the Crystal Tower. Excellent. I'd be disappointed to hear otherwise. Of course, disappointed is the word of the day. I fear I am ashamed to say that there is nothing worthwhile to report. The suns continue to probe the labyrinth of ancients, and every day brings new discoveries. Alas, the same cannot be said of the Crystal Tower proper. We've not been able to set so much as a single foot inside it. You'll recall how the 8 sentinels stood between us and the labyrinth initially. In like manner, the entryway into the principal spire, Circus Tower, the Alligans called it, is protected by technology far more advanced than our own. Sid and I have tried every trick we know, but without success. Frankly speaking, we are at a loss. It is discouraging, but we cannot give up. There must be a way in. And so the situation stands, my friend. Until we gain entry into the tower, I fear your talents shan't avail us. It will require time that I am loath to waste, but I have a mind to set my people scouring such ancient texts as we have on hand. Perhaps we can be of assistance? And you are? Be at ease, friends, for we share the selfsame goal. I don't know who these people are. I'm Une. Excuse me. And my companion is called Doga. We are scholars of the Allagan civilization sent by the students of Baldesian to assist in your endeavor. Is that a Baldesian outfit? Because it looks cool. Une and Doga, rather unusual names for this day and age, if I might be forgiven for observing, but I digress. You claim to be here at the student's behest, but we have received nary a word of your coming. Moreover, in light of the recent incident at the Isle of Val, I should think that they have rather more pressing concerns. We can only assume that the message failed to reach you due to some mishap. I assure you that we are here to help. What is it, Graha? Ugh, 'tis nothing. There was a pain, but it subsided. Well, well, this is rather unexpected. Your right eye is the same as ours. The same? You have the Allagan eye as well? This sanguine hue is said to be the trait of the Allagans, yet I inherited it from my father, as he did from his. Only one child in a single generation is born with the eye, and all my life I've sought to learn the truth of its manifestation. If there's aught you know, I implore you to tell me. My deepest apologies, we have no answers for you. Only one thing is certain. Those who possess the trait are bound by fate to Allag. As your eye has placed you upon the path you walk, so too have we come to fulfill our destiny. Absurd though as it may sound, it is the truth. It seems to me we have not to lose by accepting their aid. What say you? You got a lot to lose, but let's do it. If that is your wish, then so be it. Yet know that I still mean to verify your story with the students of Baldesian when I am able. I trust there will be no objections. Very well, as of this moment, I name Une and Doga advisory members of NOAA. Without further ado, let us have them examine the circus tower entrance. I promise you'll not have cause to regret your decision. Old, I should be much obliged if you were to accompany our new friends to the tower. Biggs and Wedge are presently surveying the 8 sentinels. The 2 of them can show you the way. On arrival, pray report to Master Garland, who will brief you on the situation. Alright. I shall join you, Old, with Une and Doga's knowledge, along with your uncanny knack for setting events in motion. I'm hopeful that we can finally see progress. Hey. We're doing it. Hello, seasoned adventurer. It's time to get my muscle memory right again. Like, a week in between playthroughs is a bit much. And to dive immediately into a raid that, like, you can fail. At least, like, the second one I hear is easy. We go through here? How do I get to you? Is this the way? Come on, I should be able to fly over things, right? How did I get there before? Did I take the hole? Yeah, assume I took the hole. Whoop. We not flying? Okay. Biggie, wedgie. Well, if it isn't old, are you talking about me or the ruins? Eager to enter Circus Tower and kill everything in sight, no doubt. As I'm sure you've already heard, though, the place is kind of locked up tight as a clam. New friends from the students, you say? Excellent. It's been slow going, or rather no going, for the chief. He'll appreciate the help. If you'll just follow me, I'll take you to him. Try to open sesame. Ah, some old faces to lift the spirit, and a couple of new ones besides. Allow me to introduce Une and Doga. They are scholars of ancient Alex sent here by our friends of Baldesian to aid in the investigation. We understand you're having trouble circumventing the tower's defenses. It is our hope that we can be of some small assistance. Your attire is ought to go by. If your attire is ought to go by, your assistance should prove invaluable indeed. To begin with, let me tell you where we stand. Beyond the rises Circus Tower, the principal spire of the structure collectively known as the Crystal Tower. The only way to get inside through the proverbial front door, the imposing gate you see here. The problem is we can't get it open. It's sealed by some mechanism whose workings are an utter mystery to us. Having had no success via more orthodox methods, I went at it with everything from a pickaxe to a Magitech cannon. Nothing so much as put a scratch on it. For a blessing, the gate doesn't try to reduce us to ashes like the 8 sentinels, but that doesn't make it any less effective a security measure. It's fiendishly frustrating in its simplicity. The only clue we have is the elaborate device carved upon it. A man and a woman, respect. I'll again royalty by my judgment. Precisely who these individuals were, we cannot say, nor do we know whether the device actually serves a purpose. Like as not, it is purely decorative. We are the human keys. Is that what you're nodding in agreement of? If you're thinking to force it, save your strength. It's no use, just ask the calluses on my hands. Rest assured, we do not mean to waste our strength. Indeed. Why should we exert ourselves when the gate will open of its own accord? It do be opening. I didn't think any of us expected that to happen. I did. Seven hells, what is this? What did you do? What are you? Piercing the heavens and gathering the light, a symbol of mankind's glory and might. Team Rocket's here now. Prepare to fight. Its virtue guarded by gates impregnable, only to those who of royal blood answerable. Exactly as passed down through legend, I am delighted to see. Good morning, Sugar. Good morning, Panina. Beg pardons for interrupting your bewilderment. I could not help but notice the remarkable playthings you have acquired. Nero? You're still alive? Need an extra pair of hands? It would be greatly appreciated. We will be doing the Circus Tower very, very soon. I'm on Primal Hyperion. Garland, if I didn't know any better, I would say you weren't happy to see me. But I jest. In light of our recent meetings, you have every right to be wary. But rest assured, I am no longer a threat to you. My legion is, for all intents and purposes, defunct. My association with it means a tight noose awaits me back in Garlemald. And so I've been roaming this land, Eorzea, a regular itinerant. In the course of my waterings, I chanced to catch wind of your latest venture. It sounded positively fascinating, and so I decided to come here and join you. And the wrongs you've committed? You think us that gullible? If you're suspect of my intent, 'tis only just deserts, but I am determined to make amends. As a gesture of goodwill, I will share to you what I know with these two odd characters. As you are doubtless already aware, the Crystal Tower was a symbol of ancient Aleg's might and prosperity. Entry was permitted only to royalty and a select few individuals. According to the records I have unearthed, only royal blood can open the gate. In other words, the Emperor and his progeny were living keys. I mean to say that these two are descended from Allegan royalty? Oh, I suggest nothing so glamorous. But plain, they are imitations of royalty. Living keys born of Allegan ingenuity. Still pretty fancy. Clones, I believe, is the name your creators gave your kind. Is that not so? Should seem that the time for concealment is past. Pray accept our apologies. 'Twas not our intent to deceive. We simply wish to avoid causing undue harm by prematurely making what many would consider deranged claims. If it please you, let us return to the Ancient Sentinels. There's much and more to tell. You gonna prop open the door? Got a stick? Very well. Seven hells, do you seriously mean to follow us around? Come, Garland, you know me better than to think that I spoke in jest. What more will it take for us to be reconciled? A gift, perhaps? An Allegan tombstone. It holds the information I just shared with you, and a deal more besides. It used to be jealously guarded by the guarded property of the 14th Legion, but it's yours now. I wish you joy of it. I look forward to working together, old friend. Still more talking before we can do things. If you're ready to listen, we shall tell you all. As it pertains closely to your investigation, your leader Rambros may wish to be present. Alright. Before we begin, pray allow me to apologize again. It was not our intent to deceive you. As you've already gathered, we are not scholars sent by the Baldesian. Nay, we are clones. Copies of people who existed once, given life through Allegan technology. This is a rather lot to take in. If it would not be considered unseemly, might I ask why you and yours were created? And more specifically, what is it that you now seek to do? Answering your questions requires that we revisit Allegan history. Pray, bear with us. You can invite me. Allegan Empire reached its zenith long before our kind came into being. In that glorious age, the Crystal Tower stood tall as a symbol of Allegan pride. Parents took their children there, that we might learn of how the nigh limitless energy is produced brought prosperity to the whole empire. That prosperity, however, bred decadence, and the empire began to show signs of stagnation. This decline was made all the more rapid for want of strong leadership. In a matter of generations, the Allegan civilization became a pale shadow of its former self. Its once gleaming cities fell into disrepair, and its frontier lands were given over to the wilderness. Lamenting the pitiful state of affairs, one technologist made it his mission to restore Alleg to greatness. Amon was his name, and he believed that the alien empire wanted for but a potent ruler, and none was more potent than its founding father, whom he sought to resurrect. The founding father? You mean Emperor Xandi? None other. As part of his experiments, Amon created clones of the Empire's descendants. We are the products of that experiment, copies of Une and Doga. Historical tests mention the reigns of two Allegan emperors named Xandi. It was commonly believed that the second was the namesake of the first. After all, such custom is not uncommon among royalty and commoners alike, to think that the two were in fact one and the same. Xandi returned from the grave and assumed his throne once more. And true to Amon's prediction, the Emperor restored his realm to the glory it once knew. Would that he could have been satisfied with that. In his previous life, the Emperor desired to bring the entire world under Allegan dominion, an ambition that would ultimately went unfulfilled. Having been granted a second chance, he was determined to succeed. Realizing that he needed more power to wage his war of conquest, Xandi turned his sights towards a forbidden source, darkness. In order to learn how to harness this power, he converted the Crystal Tower into a restricted research facility. Darkness again. Seven hells. What is with the megalomaniacal rulers turning to darkness in their lust for power? Well, at least this one won't be bothering us, being thousands of years dead and all. Would that you were right, Master Garland. Ah. Alas, Emperor Xandi is very much alive. Within Circus Tower, he still abides, his ambition burning all the more ardently for his empire's collapse. Wielding the power of darkness requires prodigious amounts of energy that not even the Crystal Tower could produce. In order to augment that shortfall, Dalamud was created and launched into the heavens. On high it hung, gathering the sun's energy and channeling it to the tower below. However, a miscalculation resulted in a surge of energy that escaped from the land. This triggered an earthquake of unprecedented violence, the calamity that ushered the Fourth Umbral Era. In the blinking of an eye, the mighty Allegan Empire was laid to waste. Yet, even as the Crystal Tower was sinking into the earth, the technologist Amon, now Emperor Xandi's closest aide, invoked powerful magics and halted the flow of time. Every soul within the structure, the Emperor included, was placed in a deep slumber, in a state they were to remain in until the time was ripe to awaken. Eras came and went. After a millennia lying dormant, Dalamud was summoned back to the earth. Its descent triggered the Seventh Umbral Calamity, in the wake of which the Crystal Tower re-emerged. At that moment, Emperor Xandi awakened. While you pronounce it Xandi, I think most people pronounce it Xandai. I'm going with Xandi. In his lust for power, the Emperor consorted with darkness and was seduced by its corrupting influence. Even though his empire is now little more than a fading memory, he will stop at nothing to see his ambition realized. Xandi is funny, you like it? Yeah, legendary pop star Xandi Zor. 'Tis for no other purpose but to put an end to Xandi's madness that we exist. This mantle we have inherited from our namesakes, the true Unai and Doga. Fearing what might befall the world, the two of them sought to thwart their emperor. They gave us their will, that we might carry on their mission should they fail. When we came to our senses within the Crystal Tower, we deliberated a course of action, concluding that we alone could not overcome Xandi. We struck out to find a worthy ally. It's taken years, but our search is finally over. 'Tis no ordinary man who can cut a path through the labyrinth of ancients. With you as our champion, old Sugarheart, we are confident that we can end Zandy's dark ambition once and for all. Well, that'll teach me for speaking too soon. Setting my chagrin aside, I see now why you knew about the students of Baldesian, among a host of other things. You were observing our investigation the whole time. So, what will we do, old? The world's in grave danger again, and it just so happens you're an expert at saving it. I'll punch it. That's the plan. You have our eternal gratitude. Together, let us see the Allegan's Empire's dark past laid to rest. It has been our mission to recover the long-lost knowledge of the Allegan civilization, but what worth is that knowledge if it means subjecting the realm to peril? Truth be told, it pains me to think the tower's secrets may become lost to us. But the greater good must ever come first. Besides, no quantity of ancient relics can compare to our friends Une and Doga, living, breathing Allegans. And so I hereby declare a change in Noah's objective. Henceforth, we shall direct all efforts towards sealing off Circus Tower. Its dark secrets must never know the light of day. Old, as you did with us within the Labyrinth of Ancients, I would have you enter the structure and eliminate hostile elements. Suffice it to say, this includes Emperor Zandy himself. Meanwhile, the rest of us shall examine ways to isolate Circus Tower from the outside world. To work then. Whew. Wait, there's something I must know. My right eye is like yours. Does this mean... You inherited the trait from your father, you said. Knowing that clones are unable to bear offspring, you have no cause for concern. The Allegan Eye, you called it. But to us is the Royal Eye, owing to the fact that the trait manifests only in those possessed by royal blood. I cannot well explain why the eye runs in your line, but I am disinclined to think it's a coincidence. Though you are doubtless impatient to learn the truth, pray, have patience. All will be revealed in due time. I feel like my game's a little pixely as of late. Hello. Blank. Alright, I need to talk to Graha here. My apologies. If I've given you cause to worry, I am quite well, I assure you. As you can appreciate, there's been much for me to think on. But now is the time for action, not idle thoughts. Circus Tower awaits us. Your task is to eliminate all hostile elements within the structure, Zandy himself included. This will afford us a chance to seal off the facility. May the crystal grant you strength. For those unfamiliar with Blank here, he too is a streamer. And he has a YouTube channel you should check out. I don't know if it's under Panina Chan. I think it is. Panina Chan, aka Blank Final Fantasy 14. He's got some pretty cool videos. Alright. Enter the circus tower. Is that what I do here? Oh, only Blank can do that. You can do it, Blank. Queue us up. Oh, we are queued up. Neat. We are queued. Yes, yes. I feel like my game is a little fuzzier than normal. WQ, is that like widescreen? Looks like widescreen. That looks terrible. What have I done? Okay, let's go back here. Like, things look okay. It's just a little choosing to be a little fuzzy. I'll tweak these settings in my off time. Panina Chan, aka Blank, is the main for Final Fantasy 14 content, but you have a second now for streaming live. Not just Final Fantasy 14, but other games you'll get into in due time. Nice. I just got a message from the school. My kids get a snow day. The bayou has frozen over. My resolution looks good to you? Yeah, I don't know. I've been playing so many nice games lately. I've been playing Cyberpunk, so maybe like I'm just more attuned to pixels. Yeah, it could be the weather. It could be the weather. Like, look at Doga and Une back there. Do they not seem a little, Final Fantasy VIII-like? Little blobby, little texture-y. Like, Une's got a stick and you can kind of barely see it. Is that a stick or is that your hat? It's your hat. When I get close, they look pretty great. Might be lower polygons for distance, but I'm not sure. I wonder if I do have that. Doo-doo-doo. Enable dynamic grass. Everything seems fine. I need to disable other players' effects. That's a thing. Now, where is that option? UI? Character settings. Display hotbar log window. Item control. HUD. Under control settings, then character. I see. Neural. Let's see. Battle effects. Show limited. That's probably for the best, right? That means like shut off like the rave lighting of Holy, right? Perfect. Hi Duncan McLeod, how are you doing? Yes, that turns off the rave lights. Perfect. Duncan, if you want in on this with us, you can make it in time. But I assume you're working again, right? No snow days for grown-ups. My cats have a veterinarian appointment today, though. So even though I'm not hurting the cats of my children, I am hurting the cats of literal cats today. Actually not at work yet, but you will be. Fair enough. I will be at work too. I need the day to be over. It's been exhausting. The weather has not been pleasant, I think all over the US. And even though my bayou doesn't freeze over often, it froze over now. All the gators are dead. I see. You practicing your group heals? Oh, hey, we're starting to get DPS. I think that's a sign that it's going to fill up quickly, unless that DPS was a part of another party. So what do I do for work? I'm a software engineer for a financial company. So my job is to make sure that your money goes to billionaires as fast as possible. And they get so uppity when it's not as fast as possible. Like, your money going to the billionaires is inevitable. So, like, don't worry about that. It's not like you had a choice in the matter. I just, like, make sure it happens within, like, milliseconds. And apparently that's worth money. Oh, nice. So you thought about getting into software engineering, but you're just a graphic designer? I would say software engineering is still pretty nice, but it's getting worse. So there's basically a push to get everybody into computer or into software engineering, which is good and true. Like, I kind of think of it as like a new form of literacy. So like everybody needs to do some base level or will need to in the future. But in terms of finding work, it can be pretty rough. And recently there have been tweets that they want more H-1B visas so that they can fill the ranks with cheaper labor from overseas. It's a whole thing. But I will say, it pays. I get paid very well. That said, I'm also in tremendous debt from student loans. When AI rules the world, we will be the coding janitors. I mean, honestly, I felt like that before the AI. But truth be told, I use AI in my job like every day. It's made my job a whole lot easier. Like, you have the AI barf up some code and then you make it work. There's a lot less research on my own behalf that needs to happen. Like, AI is just weird. Like, it's just a glorified autocomplete. But it saves me from having to look up the syntax from time to time. Like, I end up coding in a bunch of different languages, like Python or Perl or Groovy, C#, C++, Visual Basic. Like, I touch all of those for different reasons. And I can't keep the syntax for them straight. And so, like, if I touch a language I haven't touched in 100 years, like ancient Allegan Fortran, like, AI is really handy at, like, spitting out the basics so that I understand. All in all, I don't know. I don't like it. That's just me personally. I wanted it to be a lot more fun. And there are like a couple of puzzles I get heavily invested in. But for the most part, like, it's the same boring puzzles over and over again. Someone has data over here, they want it over there. And that's what I do 90% of the time. As an artist and a graphic designer, you're one of the few that are not opposed to using AI to a degree. Just how it's used makes some of my tasks easier, but you're not in favor of replacing artist jobs? Yeah. The thing that gets me about the replacing of artist jobs is everyone else's jobs are currently being replaced and have been for a long time. Problem with replacing artists is that their job was kind of fun. Like, nobody cared when I automated the spreadsheet workers' jobs. There was not a single tear shed. To be fair, they got to do other roles. So, like, it's not like I put a bunch of people out on the street. With AI, it takes just as much work to regenerate and collect generations as it does to do art from scratch in the first place. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like AI can be a great source of inspiration for you to, like, use as a jumping off point. For example, like, here, as a content creator, I spend a lot of time uploading videos to YouTube, writing descriptions, adding tags and stuff. I'm going to use AI to generate a script to do that, because that should be really easy to do. You just prompt the AI, like, write a script in this language that uploads things from this directory with this naming convention up to YouTube, and it might get things right, it might get things wrong, but it'll give you a basic idea. And that could save me hours a day in which I could play more video games. I mean, I could write that from scratch myself, but it would take about 4 or 5 times as long. Fun stuff. Same goes with music, books, and movies. Yeah. I mean, a lot about AI is that it can't really generate anything new. And so if you're looking for something kind of mindless, like, hey, write me The Matrix Part 4. Like, it's just gonna be 1, 2, and 3 mashed together. Maybe with some tropes stolen from other similar sci-fi genres. It'll be really weird when Neo goes to Battlestar Galactica, but it'll be interesting. Innovation always is going to make jobs easier. But the offset of that is the nature of jobs is going to change. The printing press has changed with hyper-fast, efficient printers. Yeah. Life's always changing. And I am so very tired. I'm so very old. I just want to play video games. And it would comfort me to know that the people who made those video games can afford to feed their families. That's about the depth of my ethical dilemmas. You like using AI to generate... Oh, and we're in. You like using AI to generate concepts, color schemes, and poses, but then use those as reference for your own art? Yeah. Okay, let me see if I can remember what the guide taught me to do. Circus Tower is the one I actually got to research fully before signing up. And so theoretically, I shouldn't be terrible at this. On the other hand, I haven't swung my axe yet once today, so maybe I will be. What alliance am I in? I won't know until we start? Is that it? How are you still in a movie? Got a loading screen for 1,000 years? Oh, I'm A. Actually, I don't think it matters. Like, I don't think alliance matters in this particular raid. I'm told this is the easy one. And he's dead. There were ads. I saved a healer. I'm a hero. And by save, I mean I did my job. I still deserve praise for that. You wonder if you can solo alliance raids in general. You can't queue up with them with NPC parties. Otherwise, I would be doing that. But like maybe you could do a special deal, like oh, what am I thinking? Like one of those like adjusted parties where it's just you. I think if I get a red thing, I run it into a frozen guy. But that's about all I know. I think he dies no matter what. I'll just freeze myself here. They didn't need me anyway. Hey. If you're on the left, when loading into the rain, your A, center is B, right is C. That's a cool fact. I think in most cases, like even over leveled, it would be incredibly difficult. Oh, hey. There we go. Why is Doga's clones coming after me? I thought they were on our side. But yeah, I don't think you could do most of these things because they're mechanics to like crowd control you and raid wipe you. Like maybe one or two raids you could get through with soloing. But like if you're the only one there, you might get turned into an ice cube. And if you get turned into an ice cube, you might get hit by the ice cube's die hit thing, and there's nothing you can do about it, etc. You get turned into a frog, and then you get hit by the frog's die thing. I'm looking around for like ads or something. I think we can safely ignore these ads. There's something about like turning invisible if you hit them. But that doesn't seem like it's our problem. I like greed. I know I can save all of that for the end. But it's kind of like, while I'm here. Just took that one on the face. Since I can never get aggro on the main boss, and I'm not trying, I feel like my job as tank is mainly to get the ads to the place of bombardment, usually the boss's lap. And that's about all I feel like I need to know. I say that and then I ignore the experimental byproducts. Ah, cool. I'm a cube, I can take a nap. So as a cube, my job is to be a cube. Ah, that was nice. Oh god, I'm on fire. I was taking a drink. I'm a-coming. Realm mapped. I should stop touching the treasure chest. You fight valiantly, mortals, but to no avail. Sealed off in 15 seconds. Oh, good. Absolute darkness draws nigh. Soon it will be unleashed, and shall yada yada. Emperor's throne is sealed off. Yes? No, wait. Now let's see if I can remember what his deal is. We just need to destroy all these things, and as long as other people are paying attention to the other things, everything will be great. You gonna hit us with a thing? I think he wants to hit us with a thing. Zandy is dead. Life is a circus. Alright, and I'm told that one is the easy raid, and I believe it. Like, I spent most of the difficult fights frozen. Like, it couldn't have gone better. Alright, first off, commendation to you. Good job, Viper. Greedin. Amon's hat. Sounds lovely. Alright. I got a lot of things because I assume everybody already has everything from here. Or they just don't want it. Old. Young? You did it. You defeated Emperor Zandy. Emperors may rise and fall, but this man's indefatigable spirit ever lives on. Truly, you're the champion we had hoped for, old Sugarheart. Can I get some props on saying indefatigable right? With Emperor Zandy now at eternal rest, his dark legacy may be undone. What are you playing at now, Nero? Surely nothing evil. In case you haven't noticed, Garland, these are dangerous surrounds. Can a man be faulted for exercising due caution? At any rate, you needn't mind me. I'm perfectly capable of looking after myself. Now go on and finish what you came to do. I also trip over words a lot. I wonder if it's noticed. There are two ways we may seal off Circus Tower. Either isolate it from the outside world or cripple its ability to produce energy. The choice of method is yours to make. Before you proceed, however, Doga and I must needs attend a task. Final Fantasy XIV is particularly hard to read because every now and then they throw something that you wouldn't expect. And so my predictive reading has problems. That distortion, what is it? Because every now and then someone will drop in a must needs on you. The power that Zandy sought to obtain comes from the void. The world of darkness, our people call it. And the true nature of that power was none other than the armies of the Voidsent. Voidsent feed on Aether, as you may already know, and no plane is richer in it than ours. In exchange for their allegiance, Xandi entered an unholy covenant. Covenant? He would open a gate through which the Void Scent could freely enter our world. The covenant, I'm afraid to say, is still in effect. However, being of the Emperor's lineage, Une and I believe we can annul it. By his blood, Xandi sealed his dark path. By our blood, it shall be undone. It is time. Yes, Doga. Finally, we may fulfill our purpose. Nero looking straight up goofy in the background. A good one. Oh, be still my beating heart. For a moment, I feared that this outing would end in disappointment. But my readings were not mistaken. Not even the Ultima weapon compares to this. What are you going on about? The Covenant is everlasting. Oh, dang. Actually, I like their new outfits better. Red and white's totally my color. And so, Maricidia is brought into the fold. Soon, all the world shall be united under Allagan rule. And yet, with every dream that becomes a reality, the memory of death grows ever more vivid. An endless void bereft of light and warmth. Though I may have defeated death, it did not leave me unscathed. Nay, its ravening claws have scarred my soul for eternity. Never shall I know peace. Ravening or ravening? Beings without will, you cannot fathom my rage, my melancholy, my fear. What worth is wealth and power when it all must inevitably be consigned to nothingness? If man has nothing, he need not know of the pain of loss. So let there be nothing. Harvest more power, that the gate may be thrown full open. Let the clouds of darkness come and engulf the world, devouring all life, hopes, and dreams. Let all be returned to nothingness. Old, pull yourself together. Is there no end to them? What in the seven hells is happening? Ah, not now, damn it. Ah, nice. I didn't think he could fight. Never mind, he can't. Nero, were they part of your grand plan too? Savior James Garland, I didn't put up with your arrogant face to play with worthless clones. Something controls them, a void scent, and no ordinary one at that. Doga! Oh, Noga! And found it. Without them, there's no way to master the darkness. That power is mine! Woo! Nero! The Covenant shall be honored. Hello, Likache. How are you? I am a cloud of darkness. I shall devour your light and return this world to the void. As you can see, things are going well here. We're just communing with the void. The huge. Damn it, the rift is gone. What are we supposed to do now? As much as it pains me to leave without them, there's precious little we can do. Let us return to the find and consult Rambros. Is that going well? Yeah, I mean, the void could be operating without our knowledge. Which, you know, it usually is. Alright. To Rambros. Onward, faithful steed. Oh my god, a chicken is so chubby and cute, right? I love my fat chocobo. I think he came with the collector's edition or some subsequent patch or gift. I have many such gifts from like the time when I bought this game when I was merely super old and not extremely old. All this happened within the tower? God's preserve. The rift that manifested before the throne was a void gate. Of this I'm certain. There exist myriad kinds of void scent. The more powerful the being, the larger the gate must be for it to pass through. It would seem that Zandy sought to open the gate of unprecedented proportions. One that would allow this cloud of darkness entry into our world. Fortunately for all mankind, he did not succeed. I shudder to imagine what this void scent is capable of. However dreadful it may be, we can't abandon our friends. Is there no way to save them? I will not lie to you, Master Garland. The situation is bleak. Though the void scent can enter our world, instances of men entering the void have never been documented. It pains me to give voice to my fears, but we did not even know whether our friends still live. Damn it, I feel so helpless. No, I refuse to give up. We must save Doga and Une. We share the same eye, 'tis true, but that is not what motivates me. Above all, I wish to help them fulfill their mission, a mission whose burden they have borne for thousands of years. And besides, We cannot leave matters as they are. So long as Zandy's Dark Covenant is binding, our world is in danger. 'Tis our duty to prevent the worst from coming to pass. Raha, ever since meeting Une and Doga, you've not been quite yourself. Tell me, true, is all well with your eye? I honestly cannot say. I know only that there is a memory that I must recall. As a child, my father told me the truth of the eye at rest with Oleg, but the answer eludes me still. But one day, I will find it. I'm with Graha. However slim the eyes, we must try to save Une and Doga. Aye, and that bastard Nero as well. If only to make certain that he won't make any more mischief. You have the right of it, though we've known them but briefly. Doga and Une are our comrades. We cannot fail them. I shall consult experts in literature both. I swear to leave no stone unturned. Yea. Yet, know that it may be a while before we're ready to act. I would ask you all to be patient when dealing with the void. One cannot be cautious enough. My thanks again for your assistance. Pray, rest while you can. For when the time comes to go after our friends, you must be at no less than full strength. We'll save them yet, old. Mark my words. All right. It's been 5 seconds. Surely he's figured out how to unlock the tower by now. Hi, kitty. Ah, old, it's good you are come. I have news you must be made aware of. Alas, none of it bodes well for us, nor for Une, Doga, and Nero imprisoned in the Dark Realm. Hi, kitty. Think back on our last foray into Circus Tower. If you will, the calamity stirred the place from its long slumber and awoke Emperor Zandy, but you, old, you ensured he was laid to rest permanently. Yet the Emperor had sealed a binding covenant with the terrible void scent known as the Cloud of Darkness. Even as Doga and Une labored to annul this contract, the entity reached through the rift and dragged the pair of them, and Nero, out of our realm. They say that Noah has devoted itself to rescuing Une, Doga, and Nero from beyond the rift. Our research, however, has exposed far more dire problem. The Crystal Tower still acts upon Emperor Zandy's orders and collects energy from another void gate even as we speak. Indeed, the place nigh hums with energy. We've done all we can to stop the Imperial Edict, but to no avail. Just as the gate would open for Une and Doga, so too will the tower heed those with the royal blood of Alig. 'Tis a most galling design, granted. This was not always so vexatious. According to the Allegan tombstone Nero presented us. During the golden age of Alig, the royalty had some means of bestowing their blood upon others. If they hadn't such technology, Amon and his underlings could have never controlled the Crystal Tower. But we do not have either this art or any with royal blood. Every moment we wait, the vast rift through which the Cloud of Darkness can enter our realm threatens to open. Such a disaster cannot be allowed to pass. We must seal the Crystal Tower and annul Zandy's covenant with the Dark Realm. If only breaking the ladder would suffice, but then what of the energy building in the Crystal Tower? Without suppression, that power could discharge and cause a calamity like the one that destroyed Alig. In truth, we have more than just 3 lost compatriots to worry about. If we do not act, our very world will fall before the might of this threat. Man, I was on board like an hour ago. Let me in. We know but one way out of this predicament. Rescue those who can control the tower from beyond the Dark Realm, and seal the rift shut after them. And mercifully, not all our news is quite so bleak. 'Tis true we cannot stop the Void Gate from manifesting within the tower, but this can be to our benefit. We can use the circus's power for our own purposes and create a portal to carry us into the Dark Realm. Sounds great. We've heard this is possible from a man of the Thaumaturgist Guild, well versed in otherworldly matters, and with Master Garland working to create said portal, the final preparations are well underway. Ah, here comes the man himself. Old, just the man we need. Yes, our fellowship is indeed complete, and all parties privy to our strategy. And you, Master Garland, how fare your endeavors? Quite well. The device is nearly ready, though attaching the damnable thing to Circus Tower took every ounce of ingenuity the Ironworks has got, but it should produce the energy we need. With just a little more fine-tuning, we can open a rift. I'm here to request your presence at the tower. I'll leave Biggs and Wedge at the 8 Sentinels as guides. Do hurry, Old. I'm sure you wouldn't miss another chance to save the world, would you? Well, Sid certainly seems to have a firm hand on the helm. Shall we make our way to the Crystal Tower? Yes. Whew. That was a lot of words. And now we go back and we speak to Wedgie. Not to be confused with Wedgie Adeleggie. I think we've got time to do this. Honestly, I didn't think I'd spend an hour and a half for the first portion of this. Dang it, Sugar, you were inside my head with that Wedgie Adeleggie. And I both hate and love it. Great. Old, I'll bet you're here to watch us pry open the rift between worlds, eh? We're almost ready. Circus Tower is full of engineers scurrying around and making adjustments. We're dealing with a lot of power, and if a single coupling's off, well, boom! But it should be fine, really. Anyway, you best wait at the top. The chiefs are there overseeing the whole operation. Do engineers all wear orange, like Star Trek style? Is that how you know it's them? My friends, you arrived. I'm just waiting for my engineers to give the signal. Then we see if we can't open a gateway to the other world. To another world. Huh? Is something amiss, Graha? Ah, Emperor Zandy's throne. How the mighty have fallen, eh? Once it stood as a symbol of Alec's art and power. Now it's nothing more than an empty chair. Just imagine if Allegan civilization had lived on, and a just emperor still sat on that throne. How different would our history be? How much further would we have advanced? Unfortunately, there was no stopping Zandy in his ambition. There were those who tried. Zandy's War of Dominion left no one unscathed. Unable to abide the horrors inflicted upon the people, warriors young and brave took up the sword against Alec. Not the old, though. These men and women became as beacons of hope to those who had suffered, not unlike the warrior of light in our age. But all this merely hastened the destruction. Just as they moved towards Alec's heart for the kill, Zandy lashed out in anger and frustration, as trapped beasts are wont to do. In his desperation, Zandy desired that a great rift be opened to hasten the cloud of darkness's coming, and to this end he commanded the sun's power held within Dalamud be emptied into the circus tower at once. The act bore terrible consequences. The tower only withstood the blast by flooding the land below with energy. Circus was swallowed by the very earth upon which it once stood. The fourth umbral calamity. I'd learned of its cause from Une and Doga. I had no idea the rebellion incited Zandy to rashness, though. Your knowledge of Allagan history is astounding, Graha. Why, a man could study 2 lifetimes and only learn half of what you know. Mayhap. 'Tis strange, though. I cannot seem to remember where I learned such things. Yes. Biggs, are you ready? Ready and raring to open up the Void Gate, Chief. I reckon when the machine's up and running, she'll be able to float 5 airships the size of Agrius. So just give us the word and we'll start channeling the energy into the tower. Good. Then let's get started. Our preparations are complete. Everyone step away from the throne. I think it would have been a funnier prank to open the Void Gate and watch them all get sucked in. Just surprise. Alright, let's see what this machine can do now, Biggs. Rift to the Void of Darkness, as Une called it. Splendid work, Master Garland. Excuse me. We can't break out the meat just yet. The tough part's still ahead. You've broken into the Dark Realm, but the gate's not all that stable. It won't stay open forever, and only a few can use it. I, for one, will remain here to ensure the Void Gate stays open. As will the sons of Saint Koinak. This rift is our sole path to salvation. If it closes, we are truly lost. Which leaves Old, my friend. 'Tis a heavy burden I must ask you with, but there are none more able. Pray lead the adventurers beyond the rifts. I do not know what awaits you, save the cloud of darkness and our 3 comrades, but you must go. The fate of the world now rests upon your shoulders. This is our only gambit, but I have every faith that you will succeed. It will be no small feat to return when you have passed beyond the rift. Make certain you're prepared for leaving. Before leaving? I missed it. Might I have a moment of your time, Old? There's a matter of import we need to discuss ere you leave. Alright. One of these days we'll get to the raid. Old, I wish to speak to you about my eye. As you are no doubt aware, 'tis a trait seen only amongst Allegan royalty. Long I have pondered why such is my inheritance. The sanguine hue must have some bearing upon my destiny. As much Doga himself admitted, but what? In truth, the more I learn about the Crystal Tower, the less I am myself. Somehow meeting those two clones has wrought a great change in me. I am consumed with remembering something ancient, but ever so important. And my father's words echo in my mind, the self-same one his father told him. The truth of our eyes rest with Oleg. Mayhap what I wish to remember and these words are related, mayhap not, but I know that I must learn the truth that history hides from me. I would see this journey, our journey, through to the very end with mine own two eyes. So I implore you, allow me to join you beyond the rift. Okay? You have my thanks, friend. Now let us venture into the world of darkness to save our comrades and our realm. Whew. Blank, I believe we're ready to queue. If you would be so kind. Yes, sir. Alright. Now, this one, I think, is the hardest among the three. Or the easiest to fail. And I was able to research most of it. Like, there's a flying eyeball who looks at you funny. Lots of weird stuff happens there. There's the part where you can get pushed off a tower and get stuck down there and cause problems for everybody. It only takes a few people to know what they're doing, though. Yeah. And I think I know well enough. Cerberus, you might have to get barfed on and hop in a belly. But only if you're Alliance B. If you're Alliance A, you fight the ads. If you're Alliance C, you do something with the chains. That's about where I cut off and it was time to stream. After that, I hope it's just the Cloud of Darkness. In which case, I bet you just don't stand in the yuck. For the eyeball, just be careful of the look away mechanic. And alternate what color floor you stand on. Yep. I remember that one. And the eyeball mechanic is a good one to remember because it's going to come up many more times in the future. Like, you'll see the exact same eye and you look away every single time. I'm trying to think of if it's happened before. I think it did in, like, the Haunted Manor. Whatever that one is called. It might be called the Haunted Manor. I think that might be the first time it appears. The eyeball mechanic is very frequent in all expansions, yeah. Like, they reuse mechanics so much, and I'm so grateful they do. If, like, each one had entirely unique mechanics, my god, my anxiety would be through the roof. It feels like every dungeon and raid has like one or two things you have to remember. But they start to get more and more frequent as you go on. Maybe like it stops at like 5 things to remember, but comes up a few times in ARR, but often it's and only if standing an AoE thing. Later, that's almost never the case. Yeah, okay. I didn't research any of the Realm Reborn dungeons, if I recall. Maybe I did the Praetorium. But since I was doing them with NPC party, I didn't need to feel anxiety if we failed. Like, there's technically a random lizard in Brayflox that has a gaze, but only if you stand in the cone in front of it. Ah. Neat. And if there was a cone in front of it, there was no way I was going to stand there to begin with. No spoilers, but there's some bosses in End and DT where the eyeball mechanic, where it's a shrinking circle. So look away from the center when it's finished shrinking. Ah. I am excited to get to parts of the story that I've never seen before. It's so much effort to get there, though. Like at 2 hours a week. We're almost done with this. So let's say Heavensward is like 60 hours of MSQ. 2 hours a week, that's going to take me half the year to get through. And then I need about like half of Stormblood. That's going to take about the other half. So by Christmas next year will be the time when I start seeing parts of the story I've never seen before. Happy to join you on this journey, though. 3 years. You'll be caught up with Dawn Trail by the time 8.0 comes out. That would be amazing. Like, that would be an absolute gift as a streamer. To be like ready for the new expansion when it comes out. That would be so cool. Though, like, at 3 years, am I gonna feel super done with this game in general? You want new stuff, you could take a look at the coils with level sync taken off. That would actually be entirely new to me. I've never done the coils at all. And so, like, that's an interesting proposition. Are they necessary for the story at some point? I feel like they could be. Well, that is to say nothing of job side quests and anything else you want to do, but hey, it's your fun. Yeah, so just for consistency, I am going to stick to the MSQ as well as I can. Like, we do get interrupted to do things like the Crystal Tower because we have to. But I will also do job quests. Because, like, I think that's kind of part of it to me. And for one, like, they unlock abilities for you, so like you'd be hamstringing yourself if you didn't do your job quest. Not that like it would be very hard. I'm actually thinking of like how I'm going to do Heavensward, because we're gonna switch to Astrologian, and I need to level up so that I can do the content, but I also need to make sure that that I'm doing like the job quests on stream. And so to not have a boring stream, I think I'm gonna do like 1,000,000 dungeon roulettes until I'm like level 50 or so, whatever level I need to be. and then like I'll hop in on stream hopefully the very next Friday, and then we do all of the astrologian job quests. Like, I'm just hoping that I'm not like missing some key ability that you need, like, I don't know, revive. It's probably not the case. But on the other hand, at least I will get better at healing before I start streaming it. Coils are way more MSQ relevant due to starring Alphino Alisei events from 1.0. So spamming dungeons to level up, yeah. Roulettes also give you good XP. I think, yeah. Like, I'll do a double check to see, like, the fastest way to, like, power level. But I'm pretty sure it's just dungeon roulette. Like, I think the MSQ roulette in particular gives bonus XP. High level dungeons main scenario. It looks like they all give the same. Adventure in need tank. Interesting. Like the leveling dungeons. Is this? That might be the quickest way to level up. Because like the level 16 dungeons are going to take no time at all. The trials are probably very fast. But like queue times on main scenario might be the quickest. Fastest way to level is MSQ. Roulettes can only be done once a day. Also, good morning. Good morning, Ada. Like, I do believe MSQ is the fastest way to level up, but when I switch to Astrologian, I'm going to be level 30. Leveling doesn't mean it's only level 16, it just means it's unlocked at 16. Oh, okay. Being A rank helps with queue times? Really? A rank? I don't know what that means. Oh, being a tank. Okay. Yeah, I saw like Hero in Need was tank for a lot of those. But roulettes give you a nice boost of EXP each day. How quickly can one go from level 30 to level 50 or whatever is needed to continue the Heavensward story? Excuse me. I think you unlock Astrologian after the first Heavensward quest. Less than a week? Well, you say less than a week, but I've got like a full-time job and kids. So like I need actual hours. But maybe like the daily grind is what it's gonna take. I don't know, maybe I'll do a few random dungeons on stream if I can't make it in a single week. I've got about half an hour of time after my kids go to bed each day before I need to go to bed to get a full 8 hours. Now, I'm really bad at getting the full 8 hours. So, like, I'll probably put in an hour or two each night and live with my 6 hours of sleep, much as I hate it. Oof, the rest of my streaming is probably gonna suffer. I wish you could help. You're on the road to the in-laws. I hope on a bus. You driving and watching streaming. I did hear Uber drivers in Florida like to watch YouTube while driving. Shout out to my fans who are Ubering somebody to their destination right now. Husband's driving, that makes sense. Do you have either Menfina's or Azima's earring? Shrug. Earrings? No. I do have an onion hat. Where's my onion hat? There you are. Look at that. Oh, I thought you had an experience boost. Something has an experience boost. Is it in your inventory? You need to do the smithy tutorial stuff. Ah. Frontlines is PvP, but it's good experience and gives a nice boost. Like, even if you lose, I'm terrible at PvP. But if it gives you the levels the fastest, I would do that. For the sake of the stream. There's a couple things you can do from it to get the EXP boost items. Is it in my inventory? I can't believe I've still got Aetheryte tickets. I've got Antiques. I've got Fantasia's wind-up airship. I've got Armor Identification Key. I believe that's a mount. I could eat food. That's probably a thing that people do. Ah, a dungeon seedling. Do I have food? Yes. Perception GP. EXP bonus 3%, duration 30 minutes. Oh. There we go. Food. Yeah, including if you lose. Frontlines is chaos. 24 versus 24 versus 24. Yeah. Me plus frontlines equals button mashing. Okay, then no you don't. You have the road to 90 buff in your upper right. And I have food. Is that what this is? Preferred world bonus. Experience earned while below level 90 is dramatically increased. Yeah. Because I'm on the what is it? Halicarnassus? Dynamis server? Currently I'm traveling to Primal Hyperion because the queue times are faster. He says 16 minutes into it. Hey, thanks for the following, Mikael. Hey, how am I doing? I am doing well. Dynamis. Yeah. And I was excited for that because I remember some point when I was playing before on like Ultros where I got kind of soft locked at a level during the MSQ where I needed to like grind dungeons. It was terrible. Sorry, Hyperion is the server to be on. I suppose it is. I like your stream. I like you too. You were watching your stream since 10 minutes and you followed me. Nice. Now's not a bad time for introductions. Let me introduce myself a little more formally then. I am Old Man Sugarheart. I'm a variety streamer. I stream lots and lots of different games. On Fridays, I am streaming Final Fantasy XIV. We're doing the MSQ, all of it. Like, just for 2 hours a week, And at that rate, it should take me like 3 years to do the entire thing. Oh man. Primal and Aether are usually more populated, but I don't know if they are at this hour. We can either wait here a bit longer, or we could try hopping onto either of those. I think we wait here a bit longer. Like, it can't be that long, right? By the way, I'm a professional graphic designer and I can make a logo banner, PFP emotes, overlays, etc. Would you like to see my work? No. You're a scammer. That's a scam. I've seen it 1,000 times. Thank you, Michael. Have a wonderful day. If you still enjoy the channel, you can hang out if you like. I imagine there is a human being behind that, but I imagine you've got work to do scamming other people. All your introductions are so much more relaxed and chill, while me getting back into streaming is stressful. It is. No, bro, I am not a scammer. You can check my Twitter. I'm a real person. A Twitter is not a birth certificate, sir. You know, they can give Twitters to anybody. I have like 2 or 3. I'm not 3 real people. Hyperion on Primal will mostly be leveling roulette. Alliance takes time at this hour no matter what. Yeah, that's fair. Anyway. Let's say, for example, you are like a real artist and you would like me specifically to commission work from you. You've got to direct me to an Etsy page or like a Fiverr page or an Upwork page, like a third party that protects from scammers and guards our payments. And you will have to have been running that for multiple years and have multiple positive reviews. It's honestly the only way I can commission art. Like, commissioning art is a thing I do. But, like, it's not to people who just, like, pop in and they're like, I'm an artist. I can't do that. It's not safe, and it's not likely that any of them are going to be legit. Oh, wait, you're dumb? We are on Primal? We are on Primal. Yeah. 4:30 a.m. with no sleep. Right? And like half of America is like buried. Can you commission me as a friend? Probably. So here, another way to get me is to be a longtime follower and fan for so long that like it would have been a terrible investment if you were a scammer. Like, any scammer who, like, hangs out with me for, like, multiple months and years or, like, spends many hours of their time hanging out with me to the point where it would have been a terrible investment if they were just trying to scam me. At that point, they deserve to take all my money. Like, that commitment. They're like, I just won't eat this month for the sake of scamming this one old man. Like, honestly, I don't have as much money as you might expect anyway. I'm still paying student loans. See, you're a graphic designer too, but you don't go to streams to advertise that. You just share it when relevant in the convo. Shoot, you do graphics for free for friends. I feel like most people would. Like, I haven't gotten... Oh, wait, no, I have gotten fan art. I turned it into an emote on our Discord server. That was nice. Sweet little guy, I believe his name was Mira. He started following me when we were playing Sky, Children of the Light. I don't work on Fiverr, but I work on Discord. No, you don't, sir. You're working me right now. I can feel it. You can come on Discord. You will give me proof. I doubt you will. You might give me evidence at best, but evidence is easily fabricated. Let's see. How could a person prove to me that they are a legitimate artist businessman? I'm trying to think. Like, you're not gonna get through to me. Like, so like, give up if you really want my business. But like, I'll think on it. Like, some way to 100% prove that you're not a scammer. Like, oh man, it would be so impossible. Not one stream goes by for you when someone comes in like, you need graphics, you need emotes, you need followers. Nah, I do my own graphics and I'll earn followers eventually. Yeah, the follower ones are possibly the most annoying, but they're easy to block. Like, they don't like stand around to like talk. You will send me your work on Discord? Please don't. I don't want to have to ban you on Discord. That's effort on my part. You're just giving me work to do. You want to sleep, but you're on a car on the bumpy interstate, right? Even if they shared proof, it's usually through an agency website, and the world is mediocre at best. Even if they like give you like an agency website, which they have, so how will I proof you? Just don't worry about it, man. I know you're a scammer. You can stop. But like, yeah, if you go to like their agency website, you can check the domain, see who it's registered to, see who owns it, and like, you can get feedback on how trustworthy that site is, and it's not at all. Like, it's usually like F rank, maybe D rank if it's new enough. Like, it's just no, like, if anything, it's proof of the otherwise. So how will you prove to me? So, you said you don't do work on Fiverr? Do work on Fiverr. Do work on Fiverr for multiple years. Get good ratings. If you can do that without getting banned from Fiverr, then I will believe you're a real artist. That's the best you can do. You don't proof people. Oh, I'm gonna proof him. I'll proof him right in the face, right in the schnoz. Where's my fighting emote? Is there like a shadow boxing emote? Surely there is. It's gotta be here. I can give you the face palm. Oh. Yeah, that's the one I'm looking for. What emote is that? Box. Box, box, box. Box, box, box. Slash box. Slash box. Slash box. No boxing for me. But you get them. The one thing I do like about scammers that like pop into your stream is they're good at getting the conversation going. At least some of them are. Like, one almost got me once. Like, they came in with some like real person energy. They're like, hey, what's your favorite game? And then they're like, oh, and we're going to the darkness. They're like, what's your favorite game? Like, I like this game. Like, how are you? Like, they had a conversation. Profile says U.S. New Jersey. Bad at English and grammar. Well, to be fair, so are people from New Jersey. In fact, the best English speakers I've met have been from other countries. They'll hit you with the occasional indefatigable. They'll pronounce all the T's in internet. Scammer almost got you too, but 20 years working in graphics, you do your homework. The scammers, you never give them your budget. You ask them for prices, and they never give you prices or price range? Yeah. One almost got me. They got to the point where I asked them how I pay them. And they said Cash App. And Cash App is just not the way to go. Okay, so I should be Group A because I was on the left? Hey! Have I got their attention? All of them? Face you north. Whew. You Venmo? I know scam. Venmo seems like one of the more trustworthy ones. But yeah, like Cash App and PayPal almost always scams. Like PayPal friends. Oh my god. Face north, sir. Whoops. I think I already screwed up. I think I was supposed to keep him in the center. And I might have pulled him off a little bit. You have to destroy hourglasses. There, I did my part. I got one. Oh. Whoops. Yes, I would. I would like to live. One of my favorite things to do. I think I was on red before. Oh no, our friend Elba died. You seem to have missed quite a bit. A lot has happened. Bella, it's good to see you again. It has been a while. We're almost done. With the tower raids. Remember to watch out for Doom. Oh shoot, I have Doom. I'm undoomed. Thanks, Abel. And don't forget to tip the bartender. Always tip the bartender. Unless you're one of my viewers and not the Americas, then, you know, play by ear. Hello, hope I'm well. I am well. Mortal Gaze is a look-away mechanic. I should warn you of stuff, but that would be spoilers. You can warn me of stuff. It's bad content to let everybody die. Alright. There you go. I want Fubuki to get the attention. Flare, is that... Who's that hitting? It's a trap. It puts the lotion on the skin. I don't know what that means. Is that a mechanic? What if I put the lotion in the basket? Have an interrupt ready. Alright, I'm ready. Like, what can I interrupt? Do I kick the Hydra in one of his heads? Maybe that was the thing I was supposed to interrupt. I'll get the next one. Hiya! Thanks for piling up on me. Ooh, I got discoed. Do we destroy these prominences? Are they important? Oh, Snoop Butt, you're almost dead. Get together, Snoop Butt. Oh no, Snoop Butt. Oh wait, Snoop Butt's still here. It's the samurai who died. Ooh, what does that spire thing mean? You should destroy those disco pearls. Ah, okay. Stop it. Hey, we did it. Abel's dead, though. Abel's not dead. Did he dragoon himself off a cliff? Alright. So here, I go left, because I'm A. I don't know which way I'm supposed to face this guy, but I know I'm going to sit right on top of him. Stop it. Is that what I need to interrupt? Oh, good. Come on, give me your attention. Did we do it? Are we heroes? Whew. It's always fun to get hit by the yellow swirly mechanic when someone runs right at you. Yeah. Alright. Alright, so this is a part that can be failed. If you're A, always belly. B, belly. C, can't wait to get in that belly. But for real though, A is ads, B, chains. Gastric juices are not ads. I will not be gastric juiced. Alright, some people are eating. Good for them. Looking out for more ads. Nope. There. Gotcha. I hear it's also beneficial to stand at the side of this guy as to not get hit by his tail swipe or, oh my god, what's going on? Like, it's smooth sailing from here on out, right? Although I am concerned about balls. And on rare occasion, you get an entire team that doesn't know how to do this. Yeah. Are you dead? Sometimes you're a lone machinist. Is there a way to like auto greed or auto need? Who disturbs the gloom? Ah, mortals from the realm of light. I am the cloud of darkness. What I do not smother, I devour. What I cannot devour, I destroy. The covenant is everlasting. All mortals before the flood of darkness will sink lifeless into the void. Hello, daughter. Don't sink lifeless into the void now. Alright. Kitty! Meow at the cloud of darkness. While I desperately try to remember what this fight had. I think it's mostly just don't stand in the yuck. You come out of Serbia and found almost everyone dead because no one got ads? Yeah, I believe that. I mean, everyone loves tummy time, right? Do I stand on one of these? Back in my day, we didn't have all the fancy raid plans. I mean, I don't right now. I mean, I see a funky looking circle. I'm gonna stand in it, catch the meteors. A little late on that mitigation, but hey, I hit the button. I was probably in the wrong bubble, but I believe in them. Ah! Let the sun shine in. Okay, it's dead. Whew. It's cozy in the belly, right? Thank you for following, Chrissy. Ah, that was fun. Couple glamour shots there. Hey. Alright. Commendation. You're a healer. Greed, 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 greed. Am I getting everything? 'Cause nobody wants this garbage. I got a puff of darkness. How sweet. Oh, good times. That's a good thing school was canceled. My wife would be so mad at me for going this late. Where in the seven hells are they? Without them to stem the energy in the tower, our defeat of the crystal cloud, of the cloud aids our cause little. Doga, Une, can you hear me? Nero! Must you be so infernally loud? Are you so keen to attract more void scent? Though I don't blame you for missing my company. Thank 12. Are you alright? As alright as can be expected, Une has simply passed out. Nero, by the gods, what's happened to you? Alas, his wounds were too deep and allowed the foul place to enter his body. Now the darkness claws at the aether of his very form. Would that we could have protected him. The cloud of darkness was bound by Xandy's unholy covenant to bring prosperity to Allegan royalty. The same blood that sealed this contract gives us a measure of protection. I say a measure, for this vow does not protect us from the other void scent. The cloud imprisoned us here for precisely to unleash fiends upon us. We would be dead had Nero not defended us so valiantly. Mistake not my actions for kindness. I have use for you yet, Neorzi, and I simply could not let harm befall you here. Where? Une, you're safe. Our friends here have come for us. Have they? And perhaps, Doga, there is yet hope that we may fulfill our purpose. Hello, Tango. Good to see you again. How's your first day or two of being 31? Or 30? Mortals, have you dared to challenge me? And you have dared to challenge me and must now feel my wrath. Do you think to destroy me and my realm? Here I am eternal. I will smother your light and entomb your bones amongst my shadows. Pew pew pew. Are we truly so powerless here? As long as we fight the cloud in this realm, I fear so. And yet, though we may not be able to destroy it, this may be our chance to stop it. If we strike now while the cloud can barely hold her form, mayhap we can sever Xandy's covenant. Yes, and raise the bridge between the Crystal Tower and this foul place once and for all. Old Graha, you must flee. Oh, wait. Old comma, Graha. You and Doga mean to stay here? This is madness. You must return with us. No one but you can save the world from the threat of the Crystal Tower. What is this trickery? Your blood. You too gain protection from Xandy's blood. Tia, you are possessed of royal blood. That is why the royal eye runs in your line. 'Tis a gift you have inherited, Graha. You have granted authority over the Crystal's Tower. I had thought the time would consume all of Alec that was. That a man should still live with his forebears' blood in this age can be no coincidence. Some person must have planted this gift in your line and used the highest of Allegan technology to do so. True, the Crystal Tower is not like to recognize you as Allegan, but you are not as you are now. But your royal eye bespeaks the simple truth, and within you dwells one feeble glitter that will illuminate all, a light of hope. But how should I use this light? Pray, tell me. You must gain control of the Crystal Tower. We will share our blood with you, Graha. Though its effects will be but ephemeral, it will bolster the Allegan presence within you. Drink of my blood. This is our gift to you, that you may fulfill your destiny. All with the royal eye are bound to the fate of Alleg. Our part of the journey is to bury Zandy's dark ambitions in the past. This was the true Une's and Doga's purpose, one we've carried into the future. Know that as long as this light of hope survives in you, our souls will still remain, even if our bodies are lost. I've got 2 red eyes now. You must leave us as well, Nero. I'm sorry we cannot live up to your expectations. I must return to you what is yours, though. You dropped it whilst defending us. Your protractor. What you seek by this instrument may not be possible, Nero, but do not give up. There are many other paths that await you. Of course they do. Doga, Une, I thank you. We shall never forget you. Now, old Nero, let us quit this place. You shall not escape me, impudent children of light. Pew, pew, pew. No, you shall not escape us. Here is Zandy's blood-stained dreams of glory end. There, the glint of light. It grows faint. The bridge between realms grows fragile by the Covenant's annulment. If that light dies, we are stranded here. Hurry! Uh-oh. Skill issue.
Oh, no.
Nero, no, you must move.
Oh, no.
Leave me. I don't need you. If I die here, it'll be because I bloody well decided to. I've failed to master darkness. I will not suffer watching a green boy master the tower. Do what you will with it, but remember me, son of Alleg. I am Nero Tolskava, the man who will yet outdo Alleg and Garland. That is what you hope to? May the Crystal Tower again be a beacon of hope for mankind. Go, damn you! must move onwards. This is not where I come to rest. But how did... So those damn clones did it after all. Now onwards. Ah! You owe me, Nero. The hells I do. You are returned unharmed, thank the gods. That void gate started to close. I never felt so powerless in all my life. We were actually running about like madmen trying to keep the gate open. And then the chief actually went and dived in. But if you're all... Where are Une and Doga? They're not... They dead. They real dead. I see. I will miss the two of them dearly, but I am happy they fulfilled their purpose. We who live on must still attend to the Crystal Tower, though we now have no one able to seal it. That is not true, my friend. Une and Doga have entrusted me with their blood. I can now control the Crystal Tower. Ah, yes, I can see it in your eyes. Good. Then let us put an end to this and seal away the tower. Yay! I understand your insect, Rambros, but please, give us a moment to rest. I'm weary to the bone, and Nero and Olda both emerged from long battle. Of course, you have the right of it. Come, we shall leave this place for a spell and repair to Saint Koinak's find. No one but you could have succeeded in the world of darkness, Old. Would that I could have been more use beyond the rift. As it stands, was but a vessel for Doga and Une's blood. Huh? Have I remembered what I wished to? Yeah. Something has come back to me. Gaining royal blood and witnessing true bravery has reminded me of my forebear's dearest wish. But we need not speak of these things now, and it was not my place to keep you. Pray, go on ahead of me. There's something small I would do before I return. I could not have asked for a better comrade. If only I could have been a part of your adventures for longer. Old, alas, fate dictates I have a different role to play. A wish now hidden for millennia, and brought to light by the good people of Noah. Now, finally, 'tis time to see it realized. Thanks, buddy. Alright, we gotta finish up this quest. I was supposed to finish up an hour ago. Sugar, gonna lurkies, happy string, thank you. I hope you're doing well, Miruku.
School's canceled.
Yeah, I know your school's canceled, but my work isn't. I know, it's a tragedy, really. Whew. Neurom. I cannot express how glad I am you returned safely, old. And with the means to dispel the threat of the Crystal Tower for good. Rest if you will, and then let us free ourselves from the specter of the Alligans. I will rest. Happy to have helped you with the Crystal Tower. Thank you so much. Easy, buddy. Yeah, I really appreciate it. It really took the edge off knowing I had a competent healer there to res me when I ignored mechanics. It was very useful. With that said, next Friday, we're probably going to finish up A Realm Reborn, maybe the final warrior quest before we switch classes, and probably the first quest of Heavensward. Should be a good time. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I had a great time. Now, stay tuned, and I will find somebody to raid. I saw Sandra streaming earlier, and so she may still be on. It is Final Fantasy Fridays for her. Sandra. Yes. We're raiding Sandra. Wow, she has 66 viewers.
Bye-bye.
Have a good day, everybody. Bye-bye.